All right, so this video is going to be real quick, just kind of go over sizing a little bit. This one here is a 5x5 album. You can compare this 5x5 to an 8x8, to a 10x10, to an 8x12, to a 12x12, and then to a 12x18. So we'll kind of break it down real quick. So we have 5x5 to an 8x8, to a 10x10. Now this goes into the 812, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this 812, compare it to a 1212. I'm going to remove this one and show you all the 10x10 to a 12x12. Now moving on from the 1212 to this one underneath is a 12x18. The thing with the 12x18 is that whenever you open it up, it becomes rather massive. And so looking at a 12x18, there is a lot of space. Now, one of the things that I often do whenever I'm comparing albums is I think it's important to think about the overall size of the album when it's open. If you think about the next size that we see, that's very common, is this 12x12 album. Now whenever we open it up, we'll open it up toward the middle. So on a 12x12 album, you're looking at about 288 square inches. To the next one, the 10x10, then you're looking at right at 200 square inches. So it's about 88 square inches bigger to go up at 2 inches. The next size down is generally the 8x8. And so with an 8x8, then you are going from 200 square inches on a 1010 to 128 square inches on an 8x8. Now comparing that to the 5x5, then on a 5x5 album, whenever you open it up, then you're looking at 50 square inches on a 5x5 album. And so there's a very large difference as we go from this 5x5 to the 8x8 to the 1010 to the 12x12 and then to this 12x18. The amount of space that's covered on each of these spreads, though the spreads themselves are typically fairly identical, then the amount or the size that each one of these photos can become is drastically different as we go up in scale. Now one last one that I'll mention is I would like to somewhat quickly compare the 12x18. And then we're going to knock this down to an 8x12, which is a standard size that we often see on this Italian album. So whenever we're looking at an 8x12, I'm going to open it up in the middle again, then we're looking at 192 square inches on an 8x12 album.